cuties. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Today is Friday, yay, June the 2nd, 2023. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7. It was one of the better episodes in weeks, honestly, and it's because of Miss Brooke, y'all. So, okay, so we see RJ is getting dressed. So he's obviously used Forrester's workout because he don't have a gym membership and he can't afford it anywhere. So he went to the company to work out. And now he's getting put it on a shirt. Like, what happened to your shirt? Okay. But anyways, oh, he thought the door was locked. How many times have we heard that? Like, they do that at least twice a month. Anyways, child, let me move on. Let me move on, Nikki. So Hope comes in and she says, "Okay, brother." And he was like, "Oh, my bad." And he tells her that he was just using the gym and he's about to put on a shirt and leave, but he's glad he ran into her, because he wanted to ask her about Brooke and her mom. She said it was Hollis, wasn't it? He wanted to step aside so that you can be with me in this relationship and everything. And he's like, "No, it wasn't Hollis. Brooke, just forget this whole conversation. Forget I said anything. And you know what? I need to go back to work." So he gets up and runs real quick. And then Brooke is like thinking, and she says, "Wait a minute." And she's saying this in disbelief and shock. She said, "Deacon, I know the person that put you up to this. It could not possibly have been Taylor." And Deacon looked around all guilty and feeling bad. And she was like, "Taylor did this?" And he was like, "It wasn't like that." And she said, "Well, how was it? Because it looks like she was trying to get me out of the way by connecting you to telling you to go after me." And he said, "She just stopped by." And she was like, "And when did y'all become friends?" He was like, "We're not friends like that. She just stopped by, or whatever." And she said, "What?" She stopped by for food then. So it wasn't, so it was innocent. And he was like, "No, she didn't come by for food." And she was like, "Oh, I get it. I know why she did this." because they just had this big argument and everything, and Taylor was acting funny with Brooke. And so now she's like, oh, so she went by here as soon as we had that argument and everything because she wants me out of the way so she can go after Ridge. And he trying not like Deacon is trying to be like y'all are friends. She said, we can't be friends if she's doing this. We made a pact, and she's trying to push me on you. Like she's getting all in your head, telling you to do this or whatever. And because Dickon was not thinking about Brooke. Let's be honest. He had stopped thinking about Brooke altogether. And so this whole situation with him didn't even make sense because he didn't want her like that. He loves him some Sheila. But also that shows how Deacon's mind can be swayed. But anyways, so Brooke is livid and she like, oh, I'm gonna go and unfriend a friend. So she leaves, right? And then Deacon is standing there and he working a little bit, and then he just was like, Taylor, I warned you. I tried to warn you not to do this. And so then we go over here to Ridge and Taylor. And Ridge is like, because Taylor over talking about, their past and how they had a future before the kids, and she getting all emotional. And Ridge is like, what's happening here? And I said, girl, please stop. Like, y'all, I was so embarrassed for my girl. I couldn't even look at the TV. I just had to listen. I was like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed for you. Because y'all know how Ridge treats Taylor. I said, please be kind to this woman. Ridge, please. And so she was like, I was just thinking of everything, and the past and just reminiscing. And he said, are you happy? You sad? She said, I'm happy and I'm sad. And then so she started talking about the wrong trip and how she wished she could go because she wants to be there to support Thomas, Steffi, and Ridge. And so he just like, oh, it looks like somebody's trying to get a free trip to Rome. And she was like, I know somebody with a private jet. I said, Taylor, are you inviting yourself on this trip? Baby, she don't want Brooke nowhere near this man. She said, I can't let him go on this trip, this romantic ass trip. And it's just him and Brooke. No, yeah, girl. She said, no, that can't happen. And so she really trying to talk to him or whatever. And it's getting awkward because she's saying it without saying it about how we were so good together, and I just miss us, and I miss everything about us. And I know I made this pact. He was like, because what about your pact with Brooke? And she said, she's not keeping up her end of the bargain. I said, what the hell? What? She's still the same woman she always was. She's sneaky. She's manipulative. She ain't say all that, but that's what I heard. She's still a whore. I heard all this. She ain't say it, but I heard it. She's still like she's not to be trusted, Ridge. And look at me. I'm the good girl Taylor. And I said, girl, you are shady. You are not good. Like what? And so she's saying all this, but she don't know on the outside, Brooke is there. And so Brooke was about to go in and she hears Taylor saying all this about her. Now, before y'all get in my comments and say, Nikki, don't you remember when Brooke had on the lingerie with Ridge? I remember it. But let me tell you something. This is why I give Brooke a pass on it. This is why I give her a pass. Because Brooke went upstairs. Ridge said, let me finish my drink. She went upstairs. She thought Ridge was gone. She came downstairs. It had been a while. And she was shocked to see him still there. And he was like, oh, I fell asleep. She did not know that man was still there. Now, the little flirting and stuff afterwards that she was doing and the dropping of the coat, I, we're grown. Y'all know what that was. She was just testing the waters to see if she still had it. Did he still want her? But she did put a stop to it and said, I'm going to stick by my pact to Taylor. Every time Ridge has tried to slide on up on Brooke, because he has, and flirt with her or whatever, she'll tell him, yes, I miss you, Ridge, but I'm going to stick with my pact to Taylor. So don't come telling me that, oh, well, Taylor, because Brooke did that, Taylor had no, and I like Taylor. But her calling Brooke sneaky and all this when you were over here trying to get Deacon to talk to Brooke, you were trying to push Brooke on Hollis. You've been doing everything in your power to try to get a man in Brooke's life. You even brought up Bill to her. That's her sister's man. You brought up all of this to Brooke to try to get her out of the way. So you've been playing Brooke this whole time. So I'm not mad at that one little lingerie thing that Brooke did, because she was just testing the waters to see if, the man still wanted her, and she found out he still did want her. But honestly, Ridge has been kind to Taylor, but there's been nothing to show that he has romantic feelings for her. The only person he's somewhat showed that, but was like, oh, but y'all made a pact, is Brooke. That's the only person he's done that to. So Taylor is my girl, but she's looking real pathetic. It's looking real pathetic right now, and I hate that for her. Move on from this man. So she doing all this, and I'm like, do you really think that Ridge is gonna look at you in the best of light when you telling him Brooke has been doing all this, but you're not giving any examples. You're just saying she's been lying. Don't be fooled by her. Don't let her put the wool over your eyes. She's the same person she's always been. And Brooke is like, what? So then Eric calls, right? And Eric calls and he tells Ridge, I need to see you right now. So she in the middle of trying to tell Ridge how much she loves him and stuff when Eric did that. And so she said, oh my God, it's awkward. It's awkward because this man don't feel like that towards you. And you're making this awkward because you're pretty much breaking your pact. You're saying that Brooke did wrong, but the only person that's been doing wrong is you. And you're breaking this pact and you want to hurry up and get this done before you go to, so you could go to Rome with this man or whatever. That's why you invited yourself on a trip. I mean, it's looking real pathetic. So then Ridge is like, we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this later. And so he leaves, right? And then the next thing you know, Brooke comes in and she slams the door because she hid so that Ridge couldn't see that she was there and heard. She slams the door and she tells Taylor, you are a traitor. We had a pact. We were friends. And she had flashback earlier to when they first made the pact and was eating that cake and all that kind of stuff. She said, we were friends and you are a traitor. You betrayed me. And Taylor is sitting there looking like, well, it is what it is. Cause she don't care. She don't care. She wanted that man. She been doing this the whole time. She wanted Ridge. She wanted Ridge the whole time, and she was just using her being in a pact with Brooke to keep Brooke out of the way. And Brooke fell for it. She fell for it because she thought that they had a friendship. Because she could have been got Ridge back. She could have been got that man back. So, anyways, Taylor just ran out of time. That's what I feel. She just ran out of time. She thought she was gonna have more time to woo Ridge, and you could tell she knew she was on a time limit because she was pushing Deacon and pushing Deacon. And Brooke told Deacon, "You and I both know why she was pushing you to come after me, to go after me." And he couldn't say nothing because he knew what the reason was too. He had called Taylor out on that. And so now she runs over to Ridge and invites herself to Rome, try to reminisce about everything that they have together and stuff. And that's why RJ was saying the same thing. You think she choosing Taylor over Dad? I don't know. It just something don't feel right. Exactly. But anyways, guys, that was Bold and the Beautiful today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It is the weekend. Be safe, be blessed, and I will see you on Monday for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps, the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.